Welcome to Divinely Different Tarot. I'm Ashley Dawn, and today's pick a card is What's Happening for You. Now, the intention was what's happening for you in the month of May for like what's coming up. And I did do something a little bit different this time around. I have to warn you right ahead of time, I'm going to be changing clothes every now and then. I'm going through this hot, cold phase at the moment. I've been going through them pretty much all of my life, but it's really bad today. So, yeah, just a fair warning. So I pulled some Moonology because I wanted to see who you would be spending time with or who you'll be thinking about. And then I used Harry Potter Oracle to see what you're struggling with, and then how to fix it. I used Soul Truth, what you should pay attention to. I used self-care, to work on you. And then what you're working on, I used Divine Purpose, and then I got some angel advice, and then I wanted to see the songs that you'll be hearing for this month. So, you have 4 piles to choose from today, as you can tell. My intention was 3. Doesn't always come out that way. I am seeing a lot of 3s today. 333 is one of the ones that I'm seeing a lot of today, so that could be for somebody, could be resonating for somebody. I just put deodorant on and I just sweat through it. It's so uncomfortable. It's not even hot. I just want you guys to know it's only like 54 degrees in my room, but like I'm just bad today. I don't know what's wrong. Alright, you have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. For my pile 1's charm you'll be choosing from is Slytherin. Which, I'm not even kidding you, it was so funny because I picked out the charms before I decided on what cards I wanted. Or actually, yeah, if that's what I do all the time. I usually pick out the charms so I can concentrate on the charm. And then I go, and then I'll just like pick out the cards for like the questions and stuff. So I thought it was so funny that the Slytherin ring came out when I did the Harry Potter cards because I don't always do the Harry Potter cards. So that's fucking awesome. My pile 2 is we're going with a car. When I was like younger, this was the car that I wanted. I'm not even kidding you. It is exactly the car that I wanted when I was younger. They're made of steel. So like you get in a car accident, bye-bye aluminum. And then we have pile 3, which I'm calling it May Cross because like, it's May's birthstone, and this is a month that we're going for, but it's also, the cross. So, yeah, that's pile 3, and pile 4 is Ketchup. Timestamps are in the description box below. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, that's fine. That just means there's another message in there for you. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, in the description box below is the information to find me on Facebook at Divinely Different Tarot for personal readings if you're interested. And also there is a link to buy me a cup of coffee if you would like to donate to the channel for new cards and such. But yeah, so go ahead and pick your pile and I'll see you there. Bye. Okie dokie pokey. Okay, my pile 1. If you chose Slytherin, this is your pile. Okay. So who you will either be spending time with or thinking about, and I think in this situation it's actually talking about thinking about, will be a Cancer. When it comes to this person, there's a personal issue that reaches resolution. You're going to be healing from this as well, and there's something about it that you need to release so that you may move forward in your life. Things that you will be struggling with this month is... Do you think a public spectacle like this can be an effective way to protest a bad situation? Would you participate in something like this, or would you prefer to make a quiet exit? And they're referring to, in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Fred and George Weasley challenged Professor Umbridge, who's a bitch, by unleashing a barrage of fireworks in the middle of the 5th year's owl exams before making an impressive exit on brooms. But what they don't tell you is that there's a reason, that's not only because Fred and George Weasley don't like Professor Umbridge. They also did it because Harry asked them to do something that would distract Professor Umbridge while he did something. So that is something that I don't understand why they don't describe or put that in there too, So it's pretty much asking you if you think doing something that would be considered a huge spectacle, something in public, would be an effective way to protest a bad situation. And would you participate in something like this? Or would you prefer to make a quiet exit? So I think that's what they're asking you. Are you going to rebel against something that is true to your heart, like that they shouldn't be going on? Or do you think that you should just go quietly and just let it, kind of win, really? But at the same time, I guess people feel like that's not winning by walking away from the situation completely, including if you can't really do anything to make it better. But I feel like in this situation, it's talking about how there is something that you could do, but would you do it or would you let it go quietly? You also have personal growth. Harry Potter spent the first 11 years of his life with Dursleys at number 4 Privet Drive. Though he must return there for the summer holidays, he never considers this to be his true home. His true home is Hogwarts. Where is your true home? Has this changed as you've gotten older? What is it about this place that makes it so special to you? So I feel like they're kind of asking you to look at the homes that you've, throughout your life, the past homes that you've been in. What has always made it home for you? I normally, for me, for example, it's the people that make the home for me. It's not the place, it's the home, it's the people that you share this place with, And I think that's something that they're asking you too. But also, the reason why Harry feels that way inside of Harry Potter is because it's the first place where he truly feels seen. It's the first place where he actually feels like, hey, I'm not that fucking weird. The reason I'm so weird is because of this, and all these people are the exact same as I am. So I feel like they're asking you, where is your home? How has it changed over the years? Is it the people that's changed, or is it you that's changed? Of course it's the you, but I mean, but what is it about you that has made you change into realizing that this is what your home is? Then you have the how to fix it. These are also things that you will be struggling with too. You have, am I in my head or in my heart? What is the quality of your self-talk? Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, the fears and limitations will take over. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of your own life. Where your head meets your heart is open. Where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. Today's soul action. Today, master your mind, watch an inspiring video, do some tapping, reading an empowering book, or write out all the reasons why you believe in yourself and your dreams. Do you think you need to look at the way that you talk to yourself? Because sometimes we're a lot more negative to ourselves than we need to be. It's just what we tend to do because we're disappointed in a situation that we feel like we have no control over. So I do feel like they're trying to ask you to decide, are you in your head or in your heart? That was a weird sound. Oh, tiger. How can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. Buddha. Today's soul action. Choose one self-care action to do today. Set stronger boundaries, meditate and listen to your heart. Speak to yourself with compassion, focused on your strengths. Say no to something that isn't a soul yes. Say yes to something that you are afraid of. Let go of what you cannot control. Stay far away from drama and negativity. Ask for help and allow it, or write down 3 things that you are grateful for. Oh, my nose ring came out. That's okay. Almost all my piercings have fallen off the last few days, and I'm just okay with it. Self-love and compassion into my daily life. I think you need to have a little more self-love. You need to... Well, okay. It's more or less you need to put more self-love into each day. Like, do something that makes you happy, that is better for your being, instead of continuously, like, always helping others out. I also think you need to have a little more, maybe some more positive affirmations for yourself instead of so many negativities, because I do feel like there is some negativity that is around you at the moment. Am I getting enough rest to restore my energy and fully show up into my life? You are the asset. This body is your vehicle. Notice how your body is feeling, how much sleep you are getting, and what you can do to help your body rest. Today's soul action. Take a bath, put on some lavender essential oil, go to bed ridiculously early, or give yourself a time out today. Notice your body thanking you. Today's mantra. The more I give myself permission to rest, the more I can contribute. So I do feel like you need to rest a little bit more. There is something about constantly going and forgetting to, take care of yourself, forgetting to relax and to sleep, to rest. Your body does need to rejuvenate, and you can't do that when you're constantly going and you don't take the time to rest. Am I communicating my needs? Your needs matter. What are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? What are you afraid of? Is it possible that what you are feeling is not true? Today's soul action. Journal these answers. What are my needs? Am I saying no and yes enough based on my desires? Am I telling my full truth? Do I believe that my needs matter, and do I share them with others? Do I ask for what I want? When communicating my needs, what am I resisting and with whom? What do I need? Ooh, touche. What do I need in order to feel safe enough to express my needs? Sorry, I had a little bit of epiphany when it came to myself when I was reading that, but this is not my pile today. I do feel like there is something that you keep saying no to yourself when it should be a yes, and it's based on your desires. There could be somebody, because I do see sex here too, so you could be having sex with somebody, or you could be saying no to somebody that you really do want to have sex with, and I feel like it's a very healing for you and for this person as well. So, like, I don't know why you'd continuously say no. I also feel like maybe there is, like, a need for some sex. We are humans. We have these needs. I don't know why it's so hard for everybody to talk about it, but women have these needs too. Men do as well. But I feel like there's somebody that is, like, refusing to have sex with somebody, even though they like are having more yes, go for it than no's. It's like they're too afraid to make that kind of, But it's more or less like it's your needs. It's something you need in your life. You don't have to be in a relationship with this person, but if you are in a relationship with them, why don't you also tell them, hey, I need this. Like, I do feel like it's, for some of you, not for all of you, for some of you, you could be in a relationship where your communication skills with each other suck, okay? And it does happen. It happens over time, including if you are very different from each other, like you're complete opposites. And I feel like that's exactly what this is. It's like two very opposite, like, this is just an example. You take it how it resonates. It could be like an air sign and an earth sign that are in a relationship in like it's not a very cohesive relationship, because I feel like this person does have things that you very much admire, and the same thing goes, it's the same thing for them. There are things about you that this person very much admires because you guys are like on opposites, and I feel like one of you is great at communicating things, not necessarily communicating your needs, but great at communicating how you feel and stuff like that, but not so much your needs, what you need in a relationship. And this other person, I feel like, has not such great communication skills, to be honest with you. I feel like they're the kind of person that they show, they communicate through, honestly, material things is what I'm getting. Like, they could buy you things, or they could go shopping, or, like, you guys go shopping and stuff, and, like, that's how this person, like, really communicates, like, with the things that they buy, you know, like, these are the things that they think of and stuff. I don't know. It's weird. It's like you guys are not on the same communication. You guys aren't communicating very well at all. There's something you need out of this relationship. There's something this person needs out of the relationship, but you guys aren't communicating it to each other. You're, like, kind of ignoring it is what I'm getting. So I feel like you really need to work on that. You need to work on your communication skills when it comes to a relationship or even a situationship, whatever it is. These are things that you should be paying attention to, things that you know, that contain or that pertain to you in the self-care area. We have sex. So I do think there is, I feel like you need to have some healing sex. Like, I think that's something that you might be afraid of. That is something that could be happening for you this month. You also have clear your energy field. So I do feel like you'll be cleansing. You'll be letting go of things that are negative, and just letting them go. It's like you're not even dealing with that anymore. You only want positivity, happiness inside of your heart, and love. I see so much green. Like, that reminds me of the heart chakra. So I do feel like you're letting go. You're, like, cleansing your heart chakra of all of the negativity so that you can be clean and move forward. That's a weird one. My nose is so itchy today, and I know it's because I'm channeling, but it's driving me crazy. Alright, and we have hydrate, so drinking more water. So here's something else about the drinking more water. I also see something like, I don't know, taking more showers, taking cold showers and cold baths. I don't know. No one really know. But I do see somebody drinking a lot more water, and drinking this water, it's like, it brings a peace to you. It also helps with your, I don't know, with your body. Maybe it's your digestive system. Water is very good for your digestive system. So, like, I feel like there's something about drinking a lot more water than you once had. And it's opening you up to things that you didn't realize even had anything to do with water. I mean, water's life. Without blue, you cannot live. Just like without green, you cannot, well, yeah, without green, you can't live because, you know, green could be trees, plants, and that gives you literally air to breathe. Okay, next we're going to be moving on to what you're going to be working on this month. We have leadership. Take charge of the situation. So you're going to be taking charge of a situation. Something that has actually made you a lot stronger than you have been in a long time. You have everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. And I feel like this helps out with the leadership role that you're about to take on. And, like, it's so interesting that this is the strength card. Last night, I went on a spree and kind of reworked on some of my tattoos that weren't coming out right. Because, you know, that's one of the random things I do on the side. It's one of my hobbies is, like, I like to do my own tattoos. And this one says, what doesn't kill us only makes us stronger. And that was one of the ones that I was working on last night. Like, it was blue. I don't know why my tattoos turned blue after a while. So, that's what, you know, I wanted to redo it, and you could barely see it, so that's interesting. So you may have that you may have that tattooed on you somewhere. Goodness gracious, my nose. I'm even, like, touching my nose. Okay, we have nutrition. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. So I do feel like you'll be cooking. You could be cooking, like, a huge meal for somebody. Well, Mother's Day is in May, so maybe that's something you're going to be doing is making your mother, or you'll be cooking a really huge meal, or be going to it. No, it says cooking, so I do feel like you'll be cooking a really huge meal or doing a lot of cooking in May. I also have books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books, which is interesting because, you know, like, I'm bringing up the Harry Potter, and I did read all of the Harry Potter books. So, like, you may have been too. You may be a huge, big Harry Potter fan. Might be actually something that you're really, like, thinking about rereading the series again, or, like, there's something about connecting your life with the books in, like, maybe a blog or in something like that. There's, like, a connection that is, like, you share with the public, and it's actually pretty crazy. Like a lot of people really start to see things differently than they had before, and they're like, oh well, that might explain why I was so obsessed with those books, or like why I really felt a connection with them. Your angel advice is you have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. So if you had recently lost an animal and it's something you've been really thinking about, just know that they're safe, they're happy, and they're okay. They're being watched over by angels. And I'm also kind of getting, you may have a special connection with like a cat I'm seeing, like a special bond. And people find this very beautiful, very intriguing. You may have recently given a cat up, rehomed a cat, and you may be worried about them if it's the right choice that you've made. And the answer is yes, it is the right choice. Your cat will be okay and fine, and they will have a bond maybe stronger than the bond that you had with this animal with somebody else. But you do have a very special bond with animals. I don't think it's just your own animals. I think animals in general just love to be around you. You also have, you are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and to guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you now. Oh my goodness. So there is an end in your life, a cycle that is coming to an end, something that you've been working through for a while. I do think it could maybe be this cancer or something that you had worked through with this cancer that is what you are leaving. And as you leave this, like I feel like because you may have been in such a downward, oh my gosh, for some of you, I just got that like, having the sex with some certain person from your past, could be like, for example, like I said, a cancer, will end this cycle. It's like something about that sex, or maybe it's that sex is after. But for some of you, it's like that is the ending. That is it. There's no more to this. You're moving forward with your life. I don't know. Other people were like that. That's so weird. And I love that happiness awaits you now, because what you had gone through is done. It's over. Letting it go, healing from it, and moving forward with your life. And as you do this, that's when you find the happiness that you're looking for. And then you are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. I think you're really going to communicate with a Cancer about something. And it's like, talking with them or getting this information that you need from them is what helps you make the decision, helps you move forward with your life to like end this cycle and go on. Bye, Beebs. See you later. So I have like two cats, right? I have BB and I have Fred. Fred is the black cat and BB is a calico. BB is about 10 years old, and Fred is like 4. He's a big fuck cat though, right? BB it's like, I have like a very soft spot for that girl, and she doesn't really come up here that often. She's an indoor-outdoor cat, and like, it's kind of driving me crazy that she keeps going outside because she doesn't want to be inside because Fred's in here, but like Fred's not an indoor-outdoor cat. People are very mean to black cats, so I just don't let him go outside quite often. Like, he does go in the backyard, but I don't let him go out anywhere else yet. Anyways, but like, she keeps coming by me because she wants to get my lap, but she's wet, and I don't like when the animals are wet. It's just so gross. I can't stand the smell of wet animals. So like, I'll like wait for her to get dry, and she'll like hang out up here until she's all dry, and then she'll get in my lap, and she'll just sleep there for like hours if I like let her. But I don't know. It was cute. She was sitting over here and she was waiting, and she got impatient, so she went to go sit on the. I have a lot of these little spots in my room for the cats to lay on and to sleep on, like those like really soft blankets. I don't know why I have a million blankets and pillows, but I do. Actually, I do know why. Okay, when I was younger, we were really poor and we lost our electricity for a while, so now I'm like super paranoid that's gonna happen again because it happened in the middle of winter. Anyway, So I have all these like little blankets everywhere, and she's like laying in one of those spots right now. She's so fucking cute. I don't know why I have to tell you that. Anyway, moving on to the songs you'll be hearing for this month. You'll be hearing Dead Sea by the Lumineers, which is a really great song. If you've never heard it, you should look it up. Control by Halsey. Bloody Valentine by MGK. What About Us by Pink, which is so weird because I just heard that song today. Grenade by Bruno Mars. Rude by Magic. Somebody May Ask to Marry You. This Love by Maroon 5. I feel like somebody is going to ask you to marry them. But yeah, this is all I've got for you, my pile one. I hope it was helpful. If it was, let me know by hitting that like button if it resonated with you at all. Or if you want to, you can tell me in the comments below. It's really awesome. I love when you guys let me know. It's so cool. If you like my vibe, please subscribe. But that's all I've got for you. I'm going to move on to pile 2 now. So maybe we meet again. Bye. Of course, after I'm done with the reading, my nose stops itching. During the whole reading, my nose is itching so much, I feel like there's something in it. But there ain't nothing in there, because I just, there ain't. I even got my nose ring in there. I had to take it out. It was driving me crazy. Yeah, there's, a sign I should just stop wearing piercings. I mean, it's really my armor. It's how I've always seen my piercings, as my armor. But car. What's this one? Oof, this reading got me good. Damn. I can definitely tell this is my freaking pile. That's for sure. Hey, you, I don't like your girlfriend, no way, no. I'm so sick of hearing that dance song. Okay, that's a lot of 15s. So for my pile 2, if you chose this card, this is your pile. It's my pile too! I know, I'm a weirdo, but I wanted to, do it too. So, yeah. So who's going to be on your mind and who you're going to be spending time with in this month? We have Gemini, Taurus, and Virgo. I think when it comes to a Virgo, you're going to be telling yourself you are good enough. You may have this feeling that you're not. There's also a new start that is coming with this person as well. There's prosperity that lies ahead with a Taurus, and there's something about, You may have a conversation with a Gemini that actually, like, changes your perspective or, like, gives you answers that you really needed that you didn't realize you had needed. I also feel like the prosperity lies ahead with the Taurus is also talking about, like, it is, like, I'm getting this big, like, a money thing when it comes to a Taurus, so maybe you and a Taurus make money. Again, this is who you will be thinking of or spending time with in the month of May. And what you'll be struggling with this month, we have 2 experiencing loss cards. It's one of the only piles that actually had 2 the same card from the same category. We have you ever lashed out after suffering a terrible blow? What were the consequences? Did it make you feel any better or worse? I love tarot. It just has such a way of, like, it's calling you out on your bullshit. And it's asking you to look at it for what it really is. And I lost my dad a couple years ago. A few years ago. It's hard. Time is so... It doesn't matter. I didn't deal with it very well. I lashed out a lot of people. I didn't do the things... I didn't mourn him like I was supposed to in that time. And when it was happening, I didn't realize that was happening. Like, I think I did subconsciously, and that's why I had jumped into a relationship that I knew was not for me anymore. But I did anyways, and I feel like I did suffer consequences in doing so. Because I didn't heal from the situation that was at hand, and I jumped into another one that I had tried to let go of, but I just couldn't because I couldn't even deal with what was going on at the time. So I do think that I could have handled it a lot better than I had, and I did not. The consequences for it were pretty fucking bad, to be honest with you. A, I didn't mourn my father the way I should have. B, I fucked up a relationship completely with somebody because I couldn't figure out how I felt, and I didn't want to face how I felt. Actually, I take that back. I ruined 3 relationships, so I ruined the one that I was in. 4. Oh my gosh. Wow. I explained some of my karma lately. I didn't even think of it like that. But I had ruined the relationship with the boy that I was with at that time. I'm not going to tell you how, but it just didn't end well. It was a very traumatic relationship end. Let's just put it that way. There was another one that I didn't feel I had enough in common with that person to give it a chance. And I do think in a way I messed that up because we could have learned things from each other even if I didn't have an interest in being with them. There was another relationship where I didn't know what it was at that time. I didn't really realize he was my twin flame when I met him. I just knew there was a soul there, like a soul connection. But I didn't know that's who he was. And you know what's crazy? Is I should have known. Okay, like I should have known that's what that was. But I didn't allow myself to see any further than what it really was. Which again was my bad because I was having issues facing things. But that's when you meet your twin flame, is when you go through the hardest fucking things in your life, is when you meet them. And then you like question everything because you're not at that point where you're supposed to be with them. So you question everything, and I mean everything. So that was great. And I remember, like, when I was first, like, learning about it, I'm like, well, maybe he's my false twin flame. No, that's, again, not admitting things to yourself that you have to admit it, you have to acknowledge it, and you have to heal from it so that you can move forward with your life, even if you don't go with your twin flame, because not all twin flame connections are meant to be together, okay? That's not what it's always about. It's about healing from it, healing things that you need to in order to move forward. Because, like, I have come across, like, twin flames where, like, it was I haven't personally seen it, but I've heard about it, to where there are twin flame connections where sometimes, like, it's, there was a gay man and it was a straight woman. The straight woman continuously tried to get the gay man, but obviously wasn't into her, so, it just didn't work out. They were just supposed to create beautiful, magical music that helped heal people, okay? And that's how it is sometimes. That's just how it goes. But, like, I don't know why I'm keep getting further into this. But it didn't make things better. It made things worse. I felt good for a short period of time, and then I didn't for a long time after that, for years after that, because, I didn't heal like I was supposed to, and I just jumped from relationship to relationship, and, like, that's why I took a time out. I needed me time. So I am making it better in a way. I did not completely heal from my father's passing, but we're working on it. He was like my best friend, so it's just an odd one. Have you ever heard that song? It's by Dean Lewis, and I can't remember the name of the song right now, but it's actually talking about how his dad just recently got cancer, and, like, how they thought he was going to pass from it. And the song it's a pretty great song because, like, there are lines in it that are, like, perfectly line up with how I felt about my dad and how, like, me and my dad were. Like, I look like my dad. I look like my mom quite a bit, but, like, there are certain things on my face that you can tell I'm my father's child, okay? Like, I have the exact same eyes as him. Like, even to the T, as in, like, if I am under the influence of something, it's a light, like, a dark blue, like his would get. If I am sober, then my eyes are a lot lighter. It's just weird, because, like, that's how his were, too, and that's talking about how when you look in the mirror, you can see his face, in your face. He's the one that picked out my name, and that brings that up in the song, too. And then there's, like, he was, like, my best friend, so it's just crazy. The song's really good, though. Oh, How Do I Say Goodbye? I think that's the name of the song. Goodness gracious. Really playing on my emotions today. Do you have someone whom you keep dear to in your heart? How does their memory touch the way you live your life? It's so interesting that they are talking about that, because I do feel like, yeah, my dad is somebody that I'm having a hard time letting go of, which is crazy because I've had a lot of loss in my life. When I was 19, worst year of my life, really, like, one of the worst years of my life, 19 through 20. They were terrible years because I had lost a lover, a best friend, a dog, 2 other friends, and a grandfather all in the same time, and it was only 3 months apart, so you don't really have time to mourn that. So it was a really hard time for me, and all of those people, I held them very dear to my heart. Fuck. I was in love with Evan, and I never got to tell him. Brian was a lover of mine for quite a long time, and that one sucked. We weren't lovers at the time. We were just really great friends. And then my friend Tiffany, which was a hard one. So, like, yeah, I've had a lot of loss in my life. But I do try to, like, for Tiffany, I try to take on, like, some things that she used to do that I always felt was really inspiring. I try to do things every now and then that remind me of, like, Evan. Like, Resident Evil was one of his favorite movies. He liked the video game too, but I don't play video games, so I watch movies every now and then. Just to, feel like he's close by, and then when it comes to Brian, I got my own little things, certain music that we used to listen to, because we really connected over music. Anyway, I start crying, jeez Louise. Alright. How to fix it. How to fix the supposed loss. But these are your soul truths. So these are things you're also kind of lying to yourself about. So I have, am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? This card always comes out for me. Are you going through some change? Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Endings are actually new beginnings. Today's slow action. Today, make a list of all the things you will gain from the change you are going through. Feel your heart, take a breath, and deepen into trust. Amazing things are coming. I'm not going to lie, this is a hard one for me to go do as well. This hard literally comes out for me every time I do a reading for myself. So, I am going through changes, and I'm pretty sure you're going through changes as well. Just remembering that endings are actually new beginnings. And I do believe that wholeheartedly. It's just, like when it comes to, like, lost, for example, like of losing somebody, it's always hard to remember that there is something else that's going to come in that will help you in that same way or help you heal in the way that you couldn't when they were there. Do I surround myself with people who lift me up? Again, you're calling me out. Not fair. The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we will become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? Today's soul action. Make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself and clarify if there is anyone in your life who no longer serves you. Can you love them from a distance? So there could be somebody in your life that you actually kind of need to let go of because there's somebody that's not lifting you up, that doesn't want to help you step into your true potential. There's somebody around you that's doesn't inspire you. I have a feel like it's like they don't inspire you to be the better version of yourself. They're inspiring you to do things that would benefit them. If I had a magic wand and could have anything I desired in life, what would I choose? I know exactly what I would choose. Burn with desire. There is power in your desires. Let them be your fuel today. Your desires are your soul's wings, and it's time to take flight. Today's soul action. Today, go inward. Your answers lie within. What do you desire? Choose what makes you happy and do that. So much easier said than done. So there's something that I feel like you're very much desiring that is actually within your grasp, even if it doesn't feel like it's in your grasp, and they're asking you to take a step towards it. They're also asking you to be real with yourself. What is it that you truly desire? Because I do feel like you kind of lie to yourself. Like maybe there's somebody in your life that you really truly want to be with, that you are completely in love with, but you can't, or you feel like you can't go towards them because maybe they're in a relationship, or maybe they're at a distance from you, or there is something that you feel like is blocking you, but the realization, or what they're trying to ask you to realize is that blockage is based on what you're seeing, what you're putting there. These are things that you should be paying attention to. They're more or less like self-care, so these are things that you should work on when it comes to you during the month of May. Make an altar or make somewhere that you can pray or meditate to. Like just concentrate on something that makes you smile and loving. I'm just being drawn to flowers. So flowers might be something they're asking you to bring in. You have clean your space. So I see somebody cleaning up the house, doing some spring cleaning, just making sure the house is looking good. Flow like water. So you could actually be doing some swimming, or you could just be going with the flow because you are just trying to see where things take you at this point. It's where life or the universe is going to take you at the moment. You have sound healing. So I'm getting listening to music will be very healing for you at this time, or listening to sounds that maybe you're not usually accustomed to, or you don't normally like listen to, but they're asking you to do this because it's like it'll be very healing for your soul, and it'll also open you up to new experiences. Nourish your temple. So they're asking you to take better care of yourself, including when it comes to your mind. I feel like there's things, you could be watching things or listening to things that aren't doing you any good. It's like putting you in a mood. And they're asking you to watch your intake of these things because you have a beautiful heart, a beautiful soul that you're supposed to share with people. But when you watch these things or you listen to these things, that puts you in a bad mood. But they're asking you to think, to do better for yourself. I do see you doing that as well. Not listening to things that are so depressing. Like, I get it. I like true crime things, I'm not going to lie, because true crime is pretty fucking crazy. I love supernatural things because, come on, obviously. I'm a psychic. Why wouldn't I like it? But either way, there is, they're just asking you to, take a step back from it or to look at it from a different perspective because it'll help you grow if you do this. You also have reading. So I do see somebody reading up a lot. You could be reading on, I see spells. I also see making wishes. I see herbs, somebody looking up herbs and flowers, and they're their compatibility with other ones, like seeing what happens if you were to combine two different things and, seeing what they make pretty much. I do see spells. Like, I feel like somebody's looking into spells, researching them. You also have, like, this is a project that you'll be or these are oh my gosh. This is what you'll be working on during the month of May. We have writing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. So there's going to be a lot of writing that you're going to be doing this month. You're going to be inspiring, healing, and teaching, entertaining a lot of people with these words that you have. And it's interesting because I also kind of feel like I see an angel guiding you what to write. You have oracle cards. You are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. So you'll be doing a lot of readings. I can totally tell this is my reading. And if, let me know if this is your pile too, because, like, this is so me, like, all the way, and it's kind of crazy. You are able to, so, yes, I see, okay, so I also see you doing readings for people as well as for yourself. There are things that you're looking into when it comes to your personal life, but there are things that you're helping others find out about their personal life as well. Builder, your innate ability to build and brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. So I do feel like you're going to be building some things this month. And it's like, I don't know, like, I kind of see somebody, like, refurbishing old furniture or making older furniture look better than it once did. Like, just repurposing it. I also see somebody actually building things from, like, pieces of wood that they just have around the house, and, like, with their products the end product is actually quite beautiful and quite helpful. You have this is angel advice that you have, which is your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith and don't try to force it to happen. So I do feel like there is something that you're truly wanting to happen in the very near future, and it will happen. It will happen for you. I do feel like you're getting a little impatient about it because you've been waiting for it for so long. So just don't force it. It will happen. Things will work out the way that you want them to. You just have to have a little more patience and work on you a little bit more. I do think just working on yourself and, like, watching what you watch and, like, listening to things that make you feel better, feel good about yourself, going with the flow, cleaning your house, making an altar for yourself, doing these things for yourself will really help bring this in for you. Now that you've asked the angels for help, to be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance, you deserve heaven's help. So I do feel like you've been asking for guidance on what you're supposed to be doing, some assistance, because I do feel like you may be feeling lost when it comes to something in your life at the moment. And it's like they're letting you know that you just got to be open to receiving the answers that you were looking for. And once you do open yourself up to these answers, or to these to this assistance, things will start working out the way that you need, or the way that you've been asking. And then you have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. This one doesn't really fit me. So you probably work with young children. I see, like, a baby, so you could work with children, young children. You could just have young children, like, be a parent of young children, like, and you're constantly helping, teaching, and being a mother or father, however it may resonate for you. But just for some of you, I feel like, I don't think it's like a couple of you that feel this way, but for some of you, you may feel like you've been questioning, like, is this child what, like, you may not even be with, like, the person that you had the child with anymore. And I feel like for some of you, you're, like, thinking, should I even have had, this child with that person? First of all, yes, it was always supposed to happen. There isn't no, not supposed to happen. And sometimes you find out that the child's not yours, and you're still supposed to be that parent's child. You're still supposed to be in that parent, or in that child's life, and, like, help them learn, help them evolve. Those are something specific. Songs you'll be hearing this month: Colors by Halsey, When You Were Young by The Killers, Sex on Fire by Kings of Leon. I swear to goodness, if I hear that song one more time, I'm gonna live like crazy. Girlfriend by Avril Lavigne. Oh my gosh, I love that song. Hey, you, I don't like your girlfriend. I really don't. It's not good for you. Endless Love by Lionel Richie. Unsteady by Ex-Ambassadors. Actually, just heard that song yesterday. Should probably stop drinking. That's not good for you. Don't turn into my father. Stronger by Kelly Clarkson. I love that song. And Violet Hole. It's a good song. Amethyst in the Sky. Alright, this is all I have for you in my pile 2. If it helped, if it resonated with you in any way, let me know by hitting that like button or letting me know in the comments below how it resonated with you. Also, it's my pile 2, so it's kind of crazy. Let me know if we got the same pile. If you like my vibe, please subscribe, but that's all I've got for you. I'm going to move on to my pile 3 now, so maybe meet again. Bye! I know it's getting annoying. Dude, it's 12:17. I like that song. It's a good song. That is too. That one makes me mad. Birdies. Slipknot. Interesting, huh? Okay, my pile 3. If you chose Maycross, this is your pile. Alright. Before we get started, I just wanted to say, because I just saw all your songs, you know, this is like the alternative kind of music, I would say. I mean, there's a few random songs in here that are just, like, make me laugh a little bit, but otherwise, yeah, alternative pile. So, who you will be thinking of or spending time with this month is Scorpio. Okay, so you could be spending time with this person or thinking about this person, okay? But nothing is set in stone when it comes to them. Conclusions are within reach, and you just need to work through your fears. The struggles you'll be dealing with this month are... it's itchy on that arm. Redid a few tattoos on his arms, so it's a little uncomfortable today. Alright, we have experiencing loss. Do you have a special animal companion that has brought you comfort during difficult moments? If so, let me know in the comments below. I personally have had a few different animals in my life that have really taught me some lessons and have been with me through some really difficult times. Ayla, which was my dog, she was a pit bull Shar-Pei mix. She was the cutest fucking dog ever, dude. Like, the wrinkliest, like, she looked like honey, and she was the sweetest dog ever, and it always looked like she was crying. She always had, like, that pink ring around her neck. She was, like, so fucking cute, dude. She was, like, one of the best dogs I ever had. And she was a dog fighter before I got her. A couple owners before I got her, and I took her, actually, my dad brought her home to me, and he was like so scared because he didn't want to bring home any more animals because I told him no more. And then he brought her home, and I'm like, you're an asshole, and I had to take her, and she was like the best dog ever. And then BB, girl, kitty cat, I've had her for 10 years, and we've gone through a lot together. That's even we've gone through a move. We've moved from state to state together. We went through Chuck together, which is my ex-boyfriend, who I dated on and off for about 8 years. That cat has been with me through a lot. She knows when I'm sad. We have a connection to each other. Let me know if you have one with one of your animals. You also have you ever experienced great betrayal? Were you able to forgive the person who was disloyal to you? Yes, I have experienced great betrayal. I'm still working on forgiving myself, but I have forgiven that person. It's easier to forgive somebody than it is to forgive yourself, in my opinion. I feel like more or less for me, it's hard for myself to forgive myself because I'm upset with myself that I should have seen it and I didn't see it coming. I feel like that's for some of you as well. I feel like you feel the same way because you may have a very high intuition as well. And it's like you get mad at yourself for not seeing things when it comes to people. But, you know, people are great at hiding their true colors. That's just how it really is in this world. It's sad to say, but it's the truth. I do feel like there is a betrayal you'll be going through or you'll be trying to learn to forgive this month. This could be from the Scorpio. No offense to Scorpios out there. I have it in my own chart, but I don't have the best of luck with Scorpios. They are, in my opinion, from my own experience, disloyal. That was in relationships, and we have flights of fancy. Would you volunteer to be a champion in the Triwizard Tournament? Why or why not? So the Triwizard Tournament, if you have not seen Harry Potter, is like you get a Triwizard Cup. At the end of it, there are 3 schools that fight for it, 1 from each school. You go through a maze, literally a maze, and through these mazes you have to go through, there's a lot of different obstacles before you can get to the cup. And once you get to the cup, you know, it's like, of course, you know, you win, and it's like a gold, so everybody's like really appreciative of you, or like really, you know. But I feel like they're asking if you would volunteer for a contest to be a champion. Why or why not? I personally would not have done it in that Harry Potter, just because, like, for the Triwizard Cup. In that book, there's a lot of things for why I wouldn't have done it if I was in his shoes, just mainly because he was younger than he was supposed to be. He didn't put his name in there, you know, he didn't actually volunteer. He just had to pretty much do it. But, like, would I personally volunteer for something like that, for that kind of a contest? No, I'm not seeking glory. And I feel like that is something that a lot of people do. They're either seeking glory or trying to prove something to themselves. I don't have anything to prove to myself when it comes to something like that. I know how powerful and how strong I am. I don't have to prove that to anybody else. But I do feel like for some of you, that is the way that you feel, is that you have to prove yourself to people. Everybody has their own way of doing things. some people feel like having a lot of gold medals or having a lot of gold, I'm seeing like gold medals and like those champion thingies. Like I said, I don't feel like I need to show anybody how fucking awesome I am. If you don't see it, you don't see it. I know who I am. If you don't, you don't. And I feel like for you, you have to show that, and that's fine. Everybody has their own way, but you have to realize it's a material thing. There is, like, those are material items showing of how amazing you are. Feeling it within yourself is far more greater than having all of those gold medals. And maybe I'm just a different kind of person, but I do feel like that is, like, when you feel it within yourself, when you see it within yourself, you don't have to prove that to anybody. There is no need to prove it because it's already known. It is you, your soul, that knows this. And that's, I feel like, what they're asking you to do is to see your own fucking worth and to stop trying to prove it to everybody else, because you are worthy. The only person you need to realize that is you. And I do feel like you have that power to see it. You're just so used to proving it all the time that you forget, hey, I actually can do this. I don't need to prove anything because I have done it. I am doing it right now, All right, we're going to move on to how to fix these things. These are also soul truths, so they're also, like, pretty brutal. What is my body telling me right now? Our body speaks to us through physical pain or discomfort. Our body sends messages for us to look more deeply, see the trapped emotions and lurking fears and beliefs that limit you. Listen to your physical body, and you will be led to the source of your pain. It's time to get your healing on. So there is something your body's telling you. Okay, so like the last 2 days I'm going through some weird pains, but they go away. So I'm just going to name a few of them off. They may resonate with you, and if they do, you might want to look into it a little bit. I had a headache at the back of my head. Usually that means you need to exercise more, you need to get outside, breathe in fresh air, you need to get out of staying in the same position. And then, what was the other pain? My ear was really ringing earlier. It kind of is a little bit tender right here for some reason. So some of you might have an ear infection going on. I personally just have a weird pimple in a weird spot. But I do feel like somebody could be having ear infections, ear problems. Like, I'm also hearing things like that you may not quite be there. But, like, that's interesting because, like if it's a ringing, you need to get that checked out. The ringing in your ear is not good, okay? A lot of people say, oh, it's fine. It's just, like, it's a different... That's not for everybody, okay? There's a reason why your ear rings like that. Sometimes it's because you're about to go fucking deaf. So you need... I don't know. There's somebody that needs to go check out their ear because something's been happening with it. You might be really nervous to hear about what's going to be told, but that's okay. You need to get this fixed. Somebody's back could be hurting in slight places, like somebody may need to get a massage done. Also, I'm hearing just start working out more, and those like muscle spasms won't happen as much. All right, we have, where can I create more space? Instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do, create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, your mind, your lungs, and in your hearts. Take time to just be. Today's soul action: do a declutter detox of your schedule, home, and innermost self. Make space, clarity will come. So I do feel like you do keep yourself busy all the time. You're always doing things. You're always, you keep yourself busy so you don't have to think about the things that I feel like are really eating you up inside. But that's mostly what we do. But I feel like they're asking you to stop working so much so you can work on that, so that you can see that, that you need to... The clarity that you're seeking will only come to you if you declutter things from your life. Don't work so much. Think about things. Like, really, like, look within yourself. I feel like that's something they're really asking you to do. Am I ready to let go of this buried shame? The feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is. When you live in shame, you live in darkness. What part of you is ready to stand in the light? Is there any shame from a past experience that is ready to be healed? Today's soul action: heal the shame by giving it a name and bring it to the light and let it be seen, heard, and healed. It's a revival season. Replace the shame with your soul's truth. Fill in the blank. My soul's truth is... So they're asking you to look for the shame that you have within yourself, the shame that that's buried, that you keep working too hard not to see. They're asking you to let go of it because there's no need for you to feel shame within yourself. Unless like you've done something horrible, but even then, like, stand up for yourself, do right by it instead of feeling that shame. There is something from your past that you do feel such shame about that you need to let go of. I also think there is something about it that you need to put a light on so that, it's like you got to talk about this in order to let it go. You need to talk about it to heal it and to feel it. You have to stop ignoring it. What if it was easy? It doesn't have to be hard. Call on the universe, the stars, angels, and all their powers. Find the solution. Would you take the next step if it were easy? It's time to expect ease. Call in grace and receive guidance. You are supported. Today's soul action. List 10 possible ideals for your soul's current calling. Lean into ease. It's here. You just have to say yes to it. So I do feel like we tell ourselves things are harder than they really are. Because it's something we truly want, something we truly desire. So we're like, oh no, it's like a lot harder, or I have to do this and this and this. I have to jump through a bunch of hoops in order to get to this point. When in reality, you can walk around the hoops and be right there. That's what they're asking you to do. Stop making it so hard for yourself. See how easy it really is for yourself. We also have what you should pay attention to. These are self-care, so things that you should be working on when it comes to yourself this month, things you'll be working on. We have building strength, so I do feel like somebody's going to be exercising. I see somebody boxing and feeling a calm, a peace over them as well. There's also something about getting downloads in the process of going through this because, like, you're in your own space, you're in your own mind as you're working things literally out. And then we have pleasure, so I do see somebody pleasuring themselves, masturbating, just enjoying themselves. And there's something about domestic that I'm seeing here too. So, don't forget to pleasure yourself. We're all human. We need to feel that connection sometimes if it's with somebody else, but sometimes if it's with yourself, you just need to feel that connection within yourself because sometimes we get really worked up and you just really need to get laid, or play with yourself, and then you're fine. And I feel like that's for somebody else. Like, I feel like somebody's really overdoing it and they just need to take a moment to, like, chill out, enjoy themselves, and then it's like, it's all gone. We also have alone time. So I do think you'll be spending a lot more alone time in the month of May, just like trying to figure things out, trying to figure out how things are revolving around you or how they are not. Things that you'll be working on this month, it's time for you to decide to make a decision based on your heart's true desire. A healer, you have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. So I do feel like you'll be helping people heal, but also healing yourself as well. Because I do see that you like taking the time to heal whatever it is that had happened in this past. I do feel like this thing that you're healing from, so somebody could be a nurse, a doctor, or like, I don't know, I'm seeing like a lot of different things, but I'm seeing somebody like sharing their experience that they had and talking about it, really helping heal them, but it also helps like open somebody up, helps somebody else like open up and to be like, oh, well, it's like it's something they just experienced and you're like, hey, I went through that and look where I'm at now. We have creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. So this month you'll be expressing yourself in a creative way. Maybe it's something that you're not used to expressing yourself in, but I feel like it has a beautiful benefit to yourself as well as others. Your angel advice for this month is, what do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. So I feel like you need to figure out what it is like that you truly desire. What is it? Visualize it. Think about it. Keep it in mind. Be positive about it. Let it go so that the universe can bring it to you. And let the negativity burn, bitch. I don't know where that came from. I am the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming to your family. So I do see you could be hearing about a pregnancy in your family or an adoption. Somebody could be getting into a relationship or getting married. You are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. So I do feel like you have a way of opening people up and seeing their own gifts. You have a way of counseling people. I do feel like a lot of people come to you for counsel, for advice. And I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of that this month. You're going to be helping people see their divine life mission, and you're going to be helping them go towards it as well. The songs that you'll be hearing this month is Mad World by Imagine Dragons, Far Away by Nickelback, somebody is far away from you, Chutes and Ladders by Korn, White Trash Beautiful by Everlast, Stupid Boy by Bon Jovi, Monster by Meg Myers, Duality by Slipknot, A Little Bit Off by Five Finger Death Punch, The Tragic Truth by Five Finger Death Punch, and Not Strong Enough by Apocalyptica. There's a song by Apocalyptica and 3 Days Grace. I can't remember what the name of the song is right now. But yeah, there's also that's coming up too. I don't think it's I'm Not Okay. That's My Chemical Romance. What the fuck? It's a good song. But yeah, that's all I've got for you in my pile of 3. I hope it was helpful. If it was helpful, let me know by hitting that like button or letting me know in the comments below how it resonated with you. Let me know if you have that, that animal that you have a bond to. What's your animal's name? Is it a cat or is it a dog? What kind of animal is it? What kind of a bond do you guys have together? What have you gone through that's together? That's also something I'd really love to see in the comments below for this pile. If you like my vibe, please subscribe. But that is all I've got for you. I'm going to move on to my pile 4, so maybe we meet again. Bye! I have to pee, but I got one pile left. Oof. Oh, you guys crack me up. Again. Okay, my pile 4. If you chose Ketchup, this is your pile. Well, first of all, I didn't get this from any of the other ones, so you're special today. But what I'm getting from the Ketchup thing is you need to catch up to this person. You need to catch up to where they're at. I don't know. There's something about hurry the fuck up. Let's go. Figure it out. Come on. You got the balls. You got the brains. Let's figure it out. I don't know. All right. So, who you will be spending time with this month, or who you will be thinking about this month. We have Capricorn, Taurus, and Sagittarius. When it comes to a Sagittarius, luck is on your side. When it comes to a Taurus, you need to have a practical plan, or your dreams need a practical plan. When it comes to a Capricorn or a Taurus, you need to be bold and make the first move. But when it comes to a Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. I do think it's talking about be bold and make the first move when it comes to the Capricorn. Now, this could be somewhere inside their chart, or it's their sun sign. I'm getting somewhere in their chart. All right, your struggles for the month of May. We have values and beliefs, which is, what are your thoughts on fame? Is it something you would choose to have or not to? Oh, I think being famous would suck. You have too many people in your business. I don't really like people being in my business. That's really up to you. I think you need to think about if that's something that you're interested in. The card says, Gilderoy Lockhart, the defense against the dark arts teacher during Harry's second year at Hogwarts, is famous for his many astonishing achievements, even though he didn't do them. Oh, it even says, though they're not actually his. He greatly enjoys his fame, actively seeking to promote himself at any opportunity. Harry, on the other hand, is famous for a tragic event in his infancy that he can't even remember. He would prefer if everyone would leave him alone. Oh, that's me. But, I mean, I do want to help people out. I do want to help them as much as I can when it comes to tarot, but it's not like I'm going to be a famous tarot reader. I just want to continue to help people. But I do feel like this is asking you to really, like, think about, is it, like, that's something you truly want? And that's also, I keep thinking about Capricorn. Like, Capricorns, they, no offense to Capricorns. I mean, I do have it in my chart myself, but I do feel like there is, something that a Capricorn's been working towards really hard, or you've been working towards very, very hard when it comes to this. I do feel like it has something to do with fame. I heard TikTok fame, something like that, that you've been working really hard on. And it's like you've got to decide, is this what you really want? Do you want to be famous for it, or do you just want to be hidden in the dark about it? And it is, like, why do you feel this way about it as well? I feel like that's something else as well. Have you ever experienced a return of something you thought you'd lost? What were the circumstances? Things we lose have a way of coming back to us in the end, if not always in the way we expect. So I think that's something that they are also asking you. This is the experiencing loss. So I do feel like if you've lost something, or if you feel like you've lost someone, they may come back to you, or it may come back to you just not in the way that you're expecting. Everything comes back to us in the end. Including when it is yours. I do feel like there is something in, like, you may have let someone go, and they may be coming back into your life, but not the way that you expect, and they are not the way that you had left them. I don't know, that's for somebody. Oh, my candle just went out. We have how to fix it. So these are soul truths, so it's also pretty much like brutally honest about what you're doing with yourself. How does my body want to move today? When we move, we change our state and raise our vibration. This new elevated state becomes a channel for more energy. Are you moving your body daily? Are you passionate about it? Is it time to try something new? Today's soul action. How does your body want to move today? Listen and joyfully do. I'm kind of getting, you might have been kind of lazy lately. You may not be like, I don't know. I don't see some, like, not moving as much, it's like you're in the same position all the time. Okay, so, like, I'm seeing somebody, like, working over a computer, and they're, like, always at the computer, always working it. They're always in that, like, hunched over, like, typing kind of, like, scenario. And it's like they're asking you to, do something different. How about you get up and go for a walk or something, just do something different with your body, because you staying in this position is going to keep you in that state of mind that you're in at the moment. Am I clear on what my soul really wants? Take out the shoulds and the limitations, get out of your head, and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Wherever you go, go with your heart. Today's soul action. Ask yourself, what is it that your soul really wants? What does your heart crave? Then take one step in that direction. So yeah, like, what does your heart want? What do you truly desire? Take one step towards it. You know, we tell ourselves these limitations. We tell ourselves we can't do this because it could be too hard, or it's like there's some obstacle in the way. But majority of the time, we make that obstacle a lot bigger than it needs to be. Sometimes you can walk around the obstacle. Sometimes you can walk right through that obstacle. But we tell ourselves we can't do this, and then that's what makes us stop from going towards these goals that we have in mind. What else could this mean? There are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. Fucking told you. Look at a situation today by stepping outside of that trigger and ask, what else could this mean? Right? Today's soul action. Is there something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment, or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? Walk in the other person's shoes and see it from their perspective. If it doesn't involve someone else, ask yourself, how is life happening for me right now? I love that because it's like, what is happening for you for this reading? So it's like they're asking, how is life happening for you right now? I do think you might need to look into from somebody else's perspective. Put yourself in somebody else's shoes because you're not seeing things for what they clearly are. And not taking something at face value. Look at something differently and from a different perspective. These are things you should be paying attention to when it comes to yourself. They're self-care cards. So we have a dream journal. You might want to keep a dream journal. I feel like there are messages in your dreams that you need to be seeing that you may not be because you forget them by the time that you wake up. You know, the first 10 minutes are actually the most important to remember of your dreams. Like, so as soon as you wake up, write down as much as you possibly can. Type whatever you have to, like, do it so that you can try to remember, because there's a message in there that you're supposed to be seeing that you're not seeing at the moment. Listen to your intuition. That's something you're going to be really doing this month. I feel like, again, this is like, why you should keep a dream journal this month is because there's something that your intuition, something your dreams are trying to tell you that you're ignoring on purpose, or just not seeing clearly. I see 5. 5 reminds me of conflict for some of you. So there's some kind of a conflict. I feel like it is. Your intuition's trying to tell you about. Then you have spend time with friends. So I see somebody spending some time with friends this month. I see somebody reading tarot. I see tea being drank. Could be drinking with each other. I see somebody drawing, reading occult books. I see somebody writing as well. But like, I feel like you're just spending some time with friends, trying to like just relax and chill out and see how things are going for you both. Somebody also might be looking into their birth chart as well this month. And then we have watch a movie. I see somebody playing with their cat, like drinking a tea, just watching a movie that they generally enjoy, something that makes them happy, or just watching a movie. I do see you watching a movie alone. I see somebody in a black t-shirt. I see an orange cat. Oh, OJ. Oh, I miss that fucking cat. It's like the third time I almost cried today in these readings. You guys are killing me. Okay. These are things that you'll be working on this month. Career change. You're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. So I do feel like the career that you're in at the moment doesn't make you happy, but you'll be coming into this month a career that brings you joy and abundance and everything that you truly desire and deserve. You have body work. Your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. Nobody is here. You need to chill out. Okay, so I'm also seeing somebody, this comes out every time for this one for some reason. So somebody could be doing tattoos, like I see somebody just like practicing tattoos on themselves. I just said that yesterday. No, but I feel like this could be something that you're doing, like it's like you're starting to tattoo other people, but I do see somebody working with the body as well, working with energy, healing energy. Exercise training. That's interesting. No, that was the last pile. Okay, so I do feel like exercise is something that you'll be doing a lot of as well this month. are in May. You also have practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. I do feel like this could be talking about the tattooing or something that's it has to do with your new career, the career change. It's like you need to practice. Practice makes perfect. Like, that's what I'm hearing. Wow, really? We're already on angel advice? This one's going a lot faster than the others. Alright. Your advice is keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. So I do feel like that is actually talking about the change in career. You have time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. So whenever this card comes out, I always have to remind you to take care of yourself. Okay, yes, the people in your life are very important, including the people that you love. But guess what? You're important too, and you need to chill out and relax and take care of yourself as well. You need to have you time, rest time. Don't forget you're important too. All right, and then you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. You're okay. You'll be fine. You're flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend because others will soon become inspired by your example. So I feel like you are a lot like higher of a vibration than most people are right now, and a lot of people feel threatened by this and may try to make you feel bad. Just don't steep to their level. It is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. So I do think you need to stop doubting your power, or you need to feel more, a lot more safe in the, it's like, I don't know, like, you gotta feel safe about using your power, and your gifts. There's something in, I feel like you could be a very powerful seer, or a very gifted. I feel like you're very gifted. You forget that sometimes, or you know it so well, but it's like you hide it from others because you don't want people to use you, because I feel like you have been used like earlier in your life. It's like somebody had used you for the gifts that you have. But it's like there's something in these gifts. You're not the only one that has these gifts. What? Borrowing somebody's gifts. Maybe you're in a twin flame connection and you're borrowing your friend's gift. I'm seeing A. That's very pronounced here for somebody. Okay, anyway. Songs you'll hear this month. We have Hell of a Girl by Say Grace. Lydia by Highly Suspects. I'm Not Pretty by Jessia. Someone You Loved by Louis Capaldi. So a lot of these songs, I'm kind of getting that you're not going to even listen to the actual, like, singer of these people, but you may hear it from, like, a different kind of band. Like, I don't remember what Our Last Night, I think that's their name. Like, I don't know, a band that does cover songs, and it might be, like, in heavy metal. Could be in alternative music. The Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson, as I say that. Let Her Go by Passenger. Always by Bon Jovi. I don't understand how that man can look so damn good at his age. Say Something by Justin Timberlake. It's just like Johnny Depp, though. I mean, what the fuck? Well, kind of. He's looking a little shicey lately. Waiting for Superman by Daughtry. That's what happens when you stop doing the things you knew you shouldn't have been doing. Summer Love by Justin Timberlake. Summer Love. Somebody may fall in love with this summer. Or try to get one-night stands this summer. This is all I've got for you, my pile 4. I hope it was helpful. If it was helpful, let me know in the comments if it resonated with you, or let me know by hitting that like button. If you like my vibe, please subscribe. I think that's what I've got for you. Oh, if you guys have any requests, please let me know in the comments below. Yeah, that's all I've got for you. So I'm going to move on now. So, may we meet again. Bye!